Coloring books on Amazon KDP have the potential to make you thousands every single month. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use AI and a really powerful tool to make them in 3 simple steps. And that tool is Kittle. Now, Kittle is essentially a Canva alternative, but in my opinion, it's so much better for Amazon KDP because it is built specifically for this print-on-demand business model. Canva is brilliant, but it's kind of built for lots of different things, whereas this specifically just focuses on print on demand, which of course includes Amazon KDP. Now, also similarly to Canva, Kittle allows you to have a free or a paid version. If you are serious about Amazon KDP, you have to be investing in tools like this, which just make your life so much easier. And as you can see, Kittle is extremely affordable. Pro is only $10 a month, and Expert is only $24 per month. And I have also partnered with Kittle to get you an extra 25% off using the link that I will leave down below in the description. So with that discount, Pro is only $7.50 per month, which is something like 2 or 3 books you need to sell every single month to justify that, or Expert, which is around $18 per month with that discount code. So go and check out Kittle, and I'll show you in this video exactly how you can use it to create an AI coloring book completely from scratch. Now, an example of a coloring book that sells really well on Amazon KDP is the Kawaii coloring books. And as you can see here, this one currently has a 3,600 UK BSR. This one also has an 18,000 BSR. So these books are selling really well, and they're actually super simple to make. So in order to do this within Kittle, all you need to do is log on and then go to your new project section. Then you have to go ahead and choose your artboard size. So it is a slightly different layout to Canva, but in my opinion is actually a lot better, as you will see later on in this video why. But because we're going to be making an 8.5 by 11 or an A4 coloring book, we just need to change this into inches and then go for width as 8.5 and the height as 11. And that's going to give us the interior that we need. So as you can see, the layout in Kittle is a little bit different to Canva, but in my opinion, it's so much easier because all of your designs are sat in one canvas, whereas Canva is a little bit harder to use and to see exactly what's going on. So here is our first page here. And if you want to go ahead and just make a second page, all you need to do is go ahead and just press duplicate. So the first thing we need to do for this coloring book is add in a nice background to make it a lot more professional looking. And that's super easy to do in Kittle. All you need to do is go over to their image generator here. And this is very similar to what you see in Midjourney. The only benefit of doing it in Kittle is that everything is involved in that same subscription. Whereas Midjourney, you have to subscribe to that. You have to subscribe to Canva individually. So you're subscribing to loads of different platforms. This can do absolutely everything in one place. So all we're going to type in is animal background, and then we can choose the image style. So Kittle allows you to choose the specific style that you want your image to come out of. It can be digital art, it can be photography, it can be anime, loads of different clip art styles too. But we're looking for specifically this kawaii icon. So we're going to go ahead and press this. And what this basically is going to do is give us an animal background in this kawaii icon style. So just go ahead and press generate image. And as you can see, that will use 1 AI credit. And the number of AI credits that you get just depends on your, either it's a free plan or a paid plan. Obviously you get more AI credits with your paid plan. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do. So as you can see, Kittle has generated exactly the image that we're looking for and we're going to use for our background. So all we need to do is drag this so it fills up the entire page, and then drag it to the middle, which you can be seen by that dashed blue line. We then want to go ahead and add in our actual canvas of where our images are going to sit. So simply go over to elements and then just go to basic shapes. And this is where our canvas is actually going to sit. We're going to change the color to a solid white. And then we're going to also add a border just so it's super easy to distinguish between the background and also the canvas section. And then we're just going to pull this into the middle. As you can see, you know exactly where the middle is with that blue line. And then pull this all the way down as well. And then just make sure this is fully central with those 2 lines there. So here is the basic layout for our pages. We have our background here, which is in the same theme of what our coloring book is about. Then we also have our canvas section, which is where our images are actually going to sit. So now we're happy with that. All we need to go ahead and do is click this artboard 1, go ahead and press duplicate. And now we have 2 pages exactly like this in the same style. Now it's worth remembering for KDP that this first page is going to be the right-hand sided page. So for a coloring book, I generally leave this first page as something to maybe explain your brand, give a bit more information about the book, and then the actual coloring can start on pages 2 and beyond. So we're going to leave this first page blank for now and then move to artboard 2. Go ahead and then just duplicate that as well. So this is going to be our left-hand page and this is going to be our right-hand page. Now with coloring pages, you also need to be wary of bleed through. I recommend personally not using an image on every single side, because if you're coloring in this side, if you think on the back of that page, the color may potentially bleed through onto the next page. So we just go here and duplicate this. Let's say our image is here and you're coloring through this, it might appear on the back of this page. So what I generally advise is every single left-hand page of a coloring book, you leave a message just to say page left blank for bleed through, and then every single right-handed page is where you're actually going to place your images. It's entirely up to you how you do this, but I recommend doing that because you can sometimes get bad reviews on KDP because the colors bleed through, and I think people totally understand if you use these left pages because it actually makes your book a better experience for the customer. So to do this in Kittle, it's super simple. Go over to the text icons here and then go ahead and press add headline. And then you just have a text box that you can use. So as you can see, I've added this text in and made it a little bit smaller. It doesn't need to take up the whole page. We just need to tell the customer that there's a reason why it's left blank. If you just leave it blank, sometimes they might complain that you've kind of tried to rip them off and you've only used half the pages. Just get this message across. For coloring books, it actually is really, really important. So now we've done that, it's now moving on to the fun part, which is actually creating the images itself. Now, if you don't use Kittle, you often have to use something like Midjourney, or you have to pay a freelancer, which can be very, very expensive. So this not only eliminates the confusion, it also massively reduces the cost of creating these images. So it's super simple. All you need to do is go over to your image generator and then do exactly the same as you've just done, but actually name the type of animal. So as I said, this is going to be an animal kawaii coloring book. So all I've done as well is just gone to ChatGPT, again, utilizing AI even more. I just told it to list the 50 different animals I can just go ahead and copy and paste into this Kittle image generator. So as you can see, the first one is lions. We can go ahead and copy and paste this. Stick that into our Kittle image generator and then make sure the kawaii icon is selected, and then go ahead and just press generate image. So here is the image that it has generated. As you can see, first of all, it's in color, which might seem like a problem. Trust me, it's not. Super easy to get rid of the color. All you need to do firstly is get rid of this AI background remover. Just press that and that's going to remove this kind of grayish background from our image. And then secondly, move down to image vectorizer. So Kittle allows you to basically vectorize any image that you generate. You can select how many colors you want. So for us, because it's a coloring page, it needs to be black and white. So therefore we want to have 2 colors. If you want to add in a third, you can add 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to do. It's entirely up to you. But for coloring pages, just go ahead and select 2 and then just press vectorize image. And that's going to turn it into 2 individual colors. And you sometimes have to manually change it to white. As you can see here, it's given us black and also this kind of golden brown color. Just simply go ahead and change this to white. And as you can see, this is our image that we're going to use in our coloring book. Super simple, took me maybe a minute or 2 to make. And that is as easy as it can be to create these coloring images for your KDP coloring books. So now all you need to do is go ahead and copy these 2 and then just repeat it throughout the book. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of this artboard. Click these 2 here using the shift button and then press duplicate. And as you can see now, we have exactly the same layout. And then all you need to do is go in and add the second animal. So we're going to go for elephant here, go back into Kittle, back to our image generator, put in elephant rather than lion, again, generate image. And then here is our elephant. So again, get rid of the background using the AI background remover. And then we're also going to want to go ahead and vectorize the image, 2 colors, vectorize image. And then again, change this to white. And now here is our elephant. And that's the second image we're going to use for this coloring book. So I'm not going to go through in this video and produce all of them. I'm just going to go off camera now, add in 50 different images for this book, come back and show you what to do next once I've done that. So I'm back, and as you can see, I've gone ahead and added in some new images. So we have a lion, we have an elephant, we have a koala, we have a tiger, we have a hippo. So loads of different animals scattered throughout this book. And I've also just added in this super basic intro page. Of course, if you're doing your own coloring book, spend a little bit more time on this, make it a little bit more visually appealing, or it kind of depends who your audience is, but I would generally recommend maybe adding in a few images to this. But for the purpose of this video, it's more about creating the actual images and how you can use this software to do that. So once you're happy with your book, all you need to go ahead and do is press download, select all of your different artboards, and then the file type you want is going to be PDF. Select combine artboards into one file. So this basically means all of these get combined into one PDF file, and then just go ahead and press download. And that is literally the interior for your KDP coloring book completely done. So as you can see, here is the file that we have just created and that we can upload to Amazon KDP. You can see each individual page here, just as we've created it in Kittle in a slightly different looking format. Obviously with Kittle, it's all on that canvas and you have individual artboards, but because we've merged it as a PDF, we can go ahead and literally just upload this file exactly as it is to Amazon KDP. So now we've done our interior, we now need to move on to our KDP book cover. So the first thing you need to do for any KDP book cover is head over to kdp.amazon.com/cover-calculator and then put in the information for your book. So ours is a black and white paperback. It's going to be with white paper, reading direction left to right, just like any usual book would be. Measurement units are in inches and our interior trim size is 8.5 by 11 inches. And as you saw on our file, we have a page count of 98. Go ahead and then just press calculate dimensions. And here are the dimensions we're going to need for our KDP book cover. So 17.471 is the hard one to remember. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And then it's easy to remember 11.25 as the height. We also then want to go and press download template, which is going to basically show us exactly where on our canvas everything needs to sit. So now we've done that, let's head back over to Kittle and start creating our KDP book cover. So as you can see, I am back in Kittle, and one big advantage Kittle has over Canva is you don't need a separate file for your interior and your book cover file. Everything can be done in the same file. All you need to do is go ahead and press artboard and then just drag and drop in a new artboard and then just press the dimensions that you need. So 17.47 by height of 11.25, and this is exactly the size we need for our book cover file. Then you just need to go ahead and add in that template that we downloaded from KDP. So just go over to uploads here and then upload that file straight to Kittle. So here is that file. Go ahead and put it right to the top of your canvas and then drag it all the way down to the bottom corner. As you can see, that fits perfectly because we've used the exact dimensions that this template gave us. So the first thing we need to do is create the background for our book cover. And another great feature of Kittle going back into their image generator is if you go to advanced, select the aspect ratio that you want, you can have a pattern style. So you can literally generate patterns specifically for your KDP books. We're going to go for this cute pattern style because it kind of aligns with what we're going for our Kawaii coloring book. And then we're just going to go ahead and press animals and just see what that generates from that prompt. So it's generating animals in this cute style. And here is the image that it's given us, which is absolutely perfect. So we're going to go ahead and pull this right up to the top and then drag this down to cover our entire page. And that is going to be the background for our Kawaii animal coloring book. It's very on brand, very much exactly what our book is about, and is perfect for our book cover. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this onto the back of the book as well, and just leave a little bit of space just so we know exactly where that middle line is. So now we just need to go and add in some text. So move over to text and then press add headline, and then just drag this into the middle of the canvas. Now you can also choose from a wide range of different fonts. I'm going to just type in round because it's the kind of thing that we need to be using for this kind of book. And as you can see, this Titan 1 is a really good font that I found that really relates to this Kawaii kind of style of font. So I'm going to go ahead and press this and then just change our text. So it's going to say Kawaii animals, and then make this a little bit bigger just so it's super easy to see and stands out on our front cover. You can also change the distance between the text. So this is a little bit too far apart. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that 20. As you can see, these two bits of text move closer together. And it's also quite difficult to read on this. I'm going to go ahead and add in a background for this text. So again, basic shapes. We're going to just make this a simple white box with a black border. We're just going to allow our text to stand out super easily, and then put this around the font that we're going to be using. And then just press these three dots for more options and then send backward. And now our text sits over the top of that white box. You can then go ahead and change the color of some of this text. So I might change this to that kind of similar blue color to we've got on the background of our book. So it's going to be something like this. Let's just go for that. Let's see how that looks. So that's a very similar kind of blue that we've got. We quite like that. And we're actually going to go ahead and add in a border for this font too. Make this black and then make this a little bit thicker. So as you can see, the size of the words is actually a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and use an individual text box for each word. So we're going to start with Kawaii and then make this a little bit bigger just so it fills up more of the text box. Your title needs to be really clear and really obvious what it is doing. So that's why we're changing the size of this. And then we're just going to duplicate this. So we have 2 of these and then just change this again, as we just saw, to animals. And as you can see, that's a little bit too big for our box. So that's fine. We could just go ahead and make this a little bit smaller, just so it fits perfectly in our box. And it's so easy to see now this is a Kawaii animals coloring book. And we're also going to go ahead and make this white, just so it stands out a little bit from that blue color. So now that we're happy with that, go ahead and highlight these individual elements, and then you can group them together if you want to, just so now all of these move together. So we're happy with how that looks. And now we're going to go ahead and just add in a couple of Kawaii animals to the bottom of this page, just so it's super obvious again, the kind of images that you can expect from this book. So again, back to the image generator, and then we're just going to go ahead and type in lion, make sure the Kawaii icon is selected still, and then just press that, and it's going to generate us another Kawaii style lion that we can put on our front cover. So as you can see, really good example here. Press the AI background remover to get rid of that. And now here is the lion that we've just generated. Now I'm also going to add in another animal here. So I've just gone and done exactly the same thing here, but added in a koala. Again, AI background remover. And as I say, these 2 images are just going to give an example straight away when the customer is viewing the book on Amazon, the kind of images that they can expect from the book. Yes, this Kawaii background is cool, but it is just there as a background. Our images aren't exactly like this, so you want to just give them a flavor of what the images are actually going to look like on our front cover. So we're super happy with that as our front cover. Now moving on to the back cover, and as you can see, these patterns don't actually line up, which I don't think is actually too much of an issue. It's in the spine. People aren't really that bothered about it. But if it is something that bothers you, what you can do is move both of these elements to the side and then just fill your spine up with a block color. So let's go ahead and add in a square here, pull this all the way to the top and just make sure this covers both sides of the spine. And then just go ahead and drag this all the way down to the bottom, like so. And you can either leave it as a black spine or you can change it to whatever color you want to. I'm just going to leave it as a black one for now, and then drag these 2 images there to the side. And now, although they don't still link up, your spine is going to be in the middle of it. It's going to be a block color that clearly separates the front cover to the back cover. So the continuation of the pattern doesn't really matter too much. But again, it's entirely up to you if you want to include that. I personally wouldn't bother because I think it looks quite nice when it just diffuses into one, even if the pattern doesn't add up. But again, it's entirely up to you. Now for the contents of your back cover, you can completely leave it blank just with this pattern, but you can also add in some examples, which I think sometimes is a good idea. Just some examples of what the actual book coloring pages look like. So just take one of your designs here. Let's take the background and then also the image. And then go ahead and then just group these. And what we're going to do is go ahead and copy these 2 and paste it over here. And then just drop this into the back of the book. You can either leave one example here just to show you exactly what it looks like, or you can make this a little bit smaller and then add in lots of different images and examples to it. I'm personally for this one just going to go ahead and add in just 1 image because it gives a really good idea of what you can expect from the book. So that is a really quick run through of how you can also create a book cover as well as a book coloring interior using Kittle, and it's literally taken hardly any time at all. Now a big question a lot of people have when it comes to using AI images in your books, whether it's the interior or the book cover, is do you have commercial use and rights to use this image in a product? And the answer with Kittle is absolutely yes. If you do have the paid plans, you own absolutely everything that you generate. So you have complete commercial license to use all of these images on products that you can actually sell. So that's a big pain point a lot of people have when it comes to using free AI generation software, is you don't actually own the rights to use the image. With Kittle, you own absolutely everything. So it's completely fine to use these on your books and then sell it on Amazon KDP. So in terms of downloading this book cover file, as you might remember, it's in the same actual Kittle file as the interior, but we're not worried about that because all you need to do is go over to download And then rather than selecting all artboards, you want to just select the artboard which your front cover is on. So in our example, it's going to be artboard 99. Go ahead and then just press check that. Change the file type to a PDF. Make sure the units are correct, which they are, and then just press download, and there you have your very own front and back cover file generated in Kittle using AI in just a few minutes. So here are the two files that we have just created in Kittle. As you can see here, we have our front and back cover file, and then we also have our interior files. And then you just need to go ahead and upload these to Amazon KDP just as you would do with any other book. Now I do have videos on my channel walking you through exactly how you can do that if you are a complete beginner to Amazon KDP. But if you're not a beginner, you will know exactly how to do that. It is very, very straightforward. The potentially difficult task is actually creating the book itself. But as you've seen in this video, using Kittle, it is super, super easy. And like I say, if you want to access Kittle and get a 25% discount, use my link down below in the description and use the promo code that you can see on screen here to access that discount. So thanks for watching. And if you have any questions about either Kittle or Amazon KDP in general, then feel free as always to leave them down in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video.